Once upon a time, in a cozy little corner of the world, lived a mother pig with her 3 little pigs. The day had finally come for them to go out into the big, wide world and build homes of their own. Be wise, be strong, and always watch out for the big, bad wolf, she told them, waving a tearful goodbye. The first little pig, full of excitement and perhaps a little lazy, didn't want to spend much time building. "I want to play," he squealed. He saw a farmer carrying a bundle of straw and thought, "Perfect." He quickly gathered the straw and, in just a few hours, had built himself a little straw house. It wasn't very strong, but he didn't care. He danced and sang, "I built my house of straw. I'm as happy as can be. The big bad wolf won't bother me." The second little pig was a bit more sensible, but still in a hurry. He saw a man with a cart full of sticks. "Sticks are stronger than straw," he thought. "This will do just fine." So he bought the sticks and built his house. It took him a whole day, and it was a bit sturdier than his brother's. Proud of his work, he joined his brother, singing, "I built my house of sticks. It's as sturdy as can be. The big bad wolf won't bother me." Now, the third little pig was the wisest of them all. He knew that a proper house needed to be strong and safe. He saw a wagon loaded with heavy red bricks. "This is what I need," he said, coeases himself. "It will take a long time, but it will be worth it." He worked tirelessly for days, mixing mortar and laying each brick carefully. His brothers laughed at him. "Why work so hard? Come and play with us." But the third little pig just kept working. Finally, his beautiful, strong brick house was finished. It had a sturdy wooden door, a strong roof, and a big fireplace with a chimney. He felt very safe and proud. It wasn't long before the big, bad wolf came sniffing around. He was a very hungry wolf, and he loved the idea of a little pig for dinner. He first came to the house of straw. He knocked on the door and said in a sweet voice, little pig, let me come in." The first little pig trembled. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, I will not let you in." The wolf's sweet voice turned into a growl. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And he huffed, and he puffed, and with one big breath, he blew the little straw house all to pieces. The first little pig squealed in terror and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him to his brother's house of sticks. The wolf, licking his lips, followed him. He arrived at the house of sticks and saw 2 little pigs cowering inside. He knocked on the door. Little pigs, let me come in." The 2 pigs cried out, "Not by the hair of our chinny chins, we will not let you in." He huffed and he puffed and he puffed, and the house of sticks began to creak and wobble. Soon they heard a loud knock. It was the wolf. All three pigs shouted together, "Not by the hair of our chinny chins, we will not let you in." The wolf laughed. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed, and he puffed. Nothing happened. He huffed harder, and he puffed with all his might. The brick house didn't even shake. The wolf huffed and puffed until he was completely out of breath, but the house stood firm. He was furious, but he was also clever. He decided to try and trick the little pigs. He called out, "Little pigs, I know where there's a wonderful field applico of turnips. If you meet me tomorrow morning at 6, we can go together." The third little pig, being very clever himself, replied, "Oh, that sounds lovely." But the next morning he woke up at 5, went to the field, gathered a big basket of turnips, and was safely back home, cooking them for breakfast long before the wolf arrived. When the wolf got to the field at 6, the pig was nowhere to be seen. Angry, he went to the brick house. "Little pig, did you go to the turnip field?" "Oh yes," said the pig. "I went at 5 and got a whole basket for my brothers and me. Would you like to try some?" The wolf was even angrier. He tried again. "Little pig, I know of a delicious apple tree down at Merry Garden. Let's go tomorrow at 5 in the morning." The pig agreed, but woke up at 4 the next day and hurried to the apple tree. He was high up in the branches, picking apples, when he saw the wolf coming. The wolf called up, "Ah, you're here already. Are the apples nice?" "Very nice," said the clever pig. "Here, I'll throw one down for you." He threw an apple far away, and as the wolf ran to get it, the little pig scrambled down the tree and ran home. The wolf was now absolutely fuming. He had one last trick up his sleeve. He went to the house and said, "Little pig, there's a fair in the village this afternoon. I'll come by for you at 3 o'clock, and we can go together." The pig, of course, went to the fair early. He had a wonderful time and even bought a butter churn. As he was rolling it home, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Quick as a flash, he hopped inside the churn to hide. The churn started to roll down the hill, faster and faster. Bump! The strange rumbling sight spooked the wolf so much that he turned and ran all the way home, terrified. Later, the wolf went to the pig's house and told him about the scary rolling thing he'd seen on the hill. The little pig laughed and laughed. "That was me. I was inside the butter churn I bought at the fair." This was the last straw for the wolf. He was so enraged that he declared, "I'm coming to get you. I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you all up." He scrambled onto the roof and started to climb down the chimney. But the third little pig was ready for him. He had put a huge pot of water on the fire to boil. Just as the wolf came sliding down, the pig took off the lid. Splash! The wolf fell right into the pot of boiling water. The little pig quickly put the heavy lid back on. And that was the end of the big bad wolf. The first two little pigs learned their lesson. They built their own strong houses of brick right next to their brothers, and the three little pigs lived safely and happily ever after. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more classic tales. See you next time.